Shitcase Cinema. On the Shitcase Cinema. Oh, it's the Shitcase Cinema.
Monster? We're British, you know.
Ah, the great Christopher Lee and the great Peter Cushing. Great actors, always great on screen, and always great to see them work together in great films. And then there's Horror Express. Now it's a somewhat anonymous low-budget flick, but with a great cast and loads of cool things that you crave to see in horror films. Now it's a bit dated by today's standards, but so what? This film scared the hell out of me as a young child, and it was one of the few films that I have never forgotten to this day, such as its unique power. Now one thing that you won't be able to stop doing is whistling to the theme tune. If you can whistle, that is, because some people can't whistle, which I find hilarious. So naturally the film opens up with the theme. But that's not the only place, no. What fun would that be? The filmmakers were trying for an obvious shit single and plugged it in the movie whenever they could. So here we see the baggage man whistling it endlessly. This woman plays it on her piano. It appears at other intervals in the film, and of course the film ends on the theme song. I don't mind though, because it goes alongside other classics I have drilled into my brain, such as these. Like on a night when you go to bed, you can't sleep because the music is constantly swimming around your brain. Shut up! 8 more days to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. But anyway, enough of that bullshit. What's the film actually about other than the brain-melting music? Set in 1902, Christopher Lee...
Bennett.
No, it's not Bennett again. He's hunting around for fossils.
What is a fossil?
That is a fossil. Now he's trying to transport it through the Serbian railway system or somewhere, and Peter Cushing struts around sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong as usual. However, to get a place on the train, he needs to bribe the conductor. Now Christopher Lee is pretty unimpressed with this low, degrading approach, and he shows how it should be done. While this is going on, a guy is found on the floor with white contact lenses in his eyes, playing dead. But thanks to this scruffy looking priest, we actually realise it is the work of the devil and whatever is inside the crate. Well, it's a good job there's characters in this film who explain what is happening, because I would be lost. Once on board, Cushing is curious as to what is inside the container and asks the baggage man to take a peek later on for him.
If someone were to drill a little hole in this crate during the night and take a look at what's inside, I'd be very grateful.
Strange why he doesn't look himself and asks the baggage man to look for him, but maybe he senses there is an evil fossil inside of the crate that will put white contact lenses in his eyes and force him to play dead against his own wishes. So, we're introduced to several people who pop up every now and then to amuse us with their horrendously comical dubbed voices, but don't worry, it's not as comical as a certain ninja movie or two out there.
Who's dead? Keep your nose out of it. You didn't hear anything.
Help me.
In what way, madam?
There's one woman who gets on the train, but apparently doesn't have a ticket. So how did she get on? And worms her way into Peter Cushing's cabin. When Christopher Lee enters, she decides to take a nap and forces Cushing and Lee to bunk together.
Couldn't you double up with somebody else?
So anyway, the baggage man decides to take a look inside the crate, but the thing inside is alive and forces him to wear the painful white contact lenses and play dead. Do you know how it got out? Picked the lock? Nah, don't be silly. That would be fucking retarded. It actually picked the lock. Well, sure, yeah, because every monster knows how to pick a lock. Amazing. So once everybody realises that the baggage man is missing, it's time to open up the crate and solve this mystery once and for all. So Christopher Lee is told to open it. Okay, I think this is the correct key here. Oh fuck! The wind forced the key out of the window. So now they have to forcefully break it open. Forcefully break it open. Oh no! It's the fossil!
It's the baggage man.
Oh no! It's the baggage man! So while enjoying dinner, two of the pointless characters share some dialogue about one of them knowing the other from somewhere.
Haven't we met?
I don't believe so.
Ooh, mysterious.
You're mistaken.
Of course, I beg your pardon. It was somebody else.
But that's it. So why act out that part when it leads nowhere? They may as well be saying, hey, I saw some great movie reviews recently. Oh yeah? What? Shitcase cinema. It's brilliant. Word of mouth. It does wonders. Cushing does an autopsy on one of the dead bodies. Yeah, they're mounting up by this point. And notices that the brain is smooth. What does it mean, Dr. Cushing?
This brain has been drained. The memory has been removed.
So later on, the monster comes along and checks on the dead body. What for, eh? Answers on a postcard, please. So strange person number one is actually a thief, I'm guessing, and suddenly she is attacked by a giant ape monkey. No, it's now the Terminator. My camera lens is going out of focus. My eyes are being boiled.
Boiled. Yes.
Which now leads to Christopher Lee knowing exactly what the hell is going on.
Absorbed through the eyes.
So Cushing goes for a walk to find the strange mystery woman in the hope of working his magic on her, and is grabbed by the monster. But thankfully the police inspector is close by and shoots it, although it appears that he has been infected somehow by the creature. The fact that he's wearing the creature's puppet hand doesn't really imply this, it's just a lucky guess on my part. So with Lee's idea about the eyes, they decide to take some fluid from an eyeball of the dead creature and look under a microscope. Wow, it's like a photograph in a crappy slideshow. So what else was the last thing it saw then?
The Brontosaurus. The pterodactyl.
Quality. Anything else, Cushing?
It can only be the Earth, seen from space.
The Earth, of course! Nah, seriously, it's laughable. But for all its low budget tricks like this, it does explain to us in the simplest way possible what is happening, and it works. But it's still shit. I mean, it's not like you need to be a famous detective to figure out what the hell... Oh no, it's Kojak! So after getting a telegram from the train, Kojak jumps on board with all his soldiers and takes charge in order to find out who is killing the passengers with his suave attitude. He even tries to introduce a new national sport here by whipping a priest. Looks fun, shame it never took off. So once the inspector reveals himself to be the possessed being with his red eyes and nice puppet hand, Kojak throws a knife at him and also shoots him several times. And Kojak didn't even know he was possessed. He was just trying to introduce another national sport. So the priest runs after him and is taken over by the evil. Now this is where the film gets really scary. The lights go out and everything is dead silent as the soldiers wait for some action. Oh look, he's behind you! So he starts walking around ramming contact lenses into their eyes while Kojak just seems to be fighting his own men. I don't know what the hell he's trying to do. So while all the passengers run onto another carriage, Kojak battles against the evil priest. Oh, he's trying his best against the evil eyes. He's a real trooper, is this guy, doing mankind proud. Can he pull off an unprecedented victory here? Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Moving on, the priest tells Christopher Lee about where he came from. Turns out, he's an alien who was left behind. What? So he's like E.T. now? Of course, E.T. didn't have the ability to make all the dead people come back to life as zombies. This gave me nightmares, seeing dead people walk around with white bloody eyes. It's still creepy even now. Oh look, even Kojak's back, yay! So Cushing and Lee detach their carriage while the train station guys are told to switch the tracks of the train.
That means killing everybody on board.
True, but everybody's pretty much dead anyway, so it's no real loss, is it? Just think of it as a new national sport. So over goes the train with all the dead zombie people on board. Quick, quick, keep on dropping more toy train carriages over. More, more. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing look down at the destruction, hoping to be in the running for that year's Oscar Awards, and then the final scene plays out. It's the fossil!
It can only be the Earth, seen from space.
Of course, by watching this film from beginning to end, it means you will have the theme stuck into your brain and also turn your eyeballs into white, hideous contact lenses.
Yeah!